Hello and welcome to Haravgi. So this is a game town that I made using the Unity dialogue system. So I'm going to show it off. So right off the bat, you start off and you're in a room and you're looking straight at a character. So of course, naturally as a player, your first instinct is to talk to the character. And this is the character that gives you your main quest of the game. So this is your Uncle Adamos. And so he says that he lost his hat at the festival, and the door by the flowers will take you straight there. So you can see I'm using camera angles to kind of set up where the player should go. But of course, there's always going to be some players who are not going to want to take that door. They're going to want to take a different door, so let's try going through this door. And so I've kind of set up the level here so that you're filtered where you need to go. So you're filtered straight to the festival either way. You can also notice that there's sound, which is a little bit quiet now because I turned it down for the recording, but there's 3D sound in the scene. So that's another way that you can communicate to players where they need to go. You see over here it's quieter, and it definitely sounds like a festival, right? So they know that it's getting louder over here, so this is where they need to go. And another thing is, since the player is generally going to enter the festival from this way, right off the bat they can see there's kind of two choices of characters to talk to. There's the first character on this side, which is Aya, and this character, Alex. So let's just try talking to Aya. So she says she saw your uncle by the food stalls, but she didn't see his hat. So food stalls, that looks like a food stall over here. So this is kind of letting the player know in a in-world way good character to talk to, which is this shopkeeper right here. So you can see we have a camera transition there. You get kind of a better angle, and you'll see a little bit more about that later. He asked the player what they can do for you. He's trying to sell you hot buns. So each character has an in-world purpose. So this guy's a merchant, so it makes sense that that's what this character would want in the context of the world. It's just to sell and make money. So you can see it's right behind him. There's a hat behind him, but he acts like he has no idea what he's talking about, and then he wants to sell it to us. So he's kind of a cheapskate merchant character a little bit, and so he'll make a deal with us totally. So even though we're broke, so we can't actually buy the hat. But you can see I'm using that camera angle there to make sure that the player can see that hat during that conversation. So coming back over here, let's talk to Aya again. We'll ask her to buy one of these buns, but she doesn't have any money. So kind of developing the world, saying that could go get her money for her boyfriend should come home. So we'll be like, okay. And once again, using cameras, field of view, as well as the textual explanation of where you need to go. So heading over here, just in case you're heading in the correct direction, I have another character who, in a very natural way, we can say that we're looking for something, and in a very natural way, they'll point us in the right direction. And so this character is supposed to be kind of, just the helpful, thinks that they know everything about the town kind of character, which is useful for players. And then another thing that I have here is, in case, like when I was doing playtesting, there were some players who would walk right through this. They would think that this is the door, and they would start going that way. So I have this as well to kind of filter players house area. So well, I'll explain this after, but let's talk to the character. So he says, did Aya put us up to this, which is a little bit negative way to twist it. And then he's talking about she needs to apologize. So this is kind of developing the backstory of the characters and the psychological and sociological state of them. So it's kind of increasing the mystery here. And so about what I was going to say, so the purpose of the props here is to make it look a little bit unkempt and messy, but not like there's anything too terrible going on here. So maybe a little bit of a hectic life here. So let's talk to Aya about that. She says, did you get the money? And we did. So the boyfriend told us something. So you can kind of give a variety of response options here, which is you always want to have player choice. So you can see there's kind of the, unsympathetic, apathetic response, and then there's kind of the neutral, like what happened response, and then there's the overly sympathetic, what a jerk, we don't even know what happened. So let's say, why did you do it? So she wants the player to talk to the character for her, which is a little bit strange. So you can say a little bit of a snarky, talk to her yourself response. I'll just say okay. And coming over here, we can talk to some of these characters as well, see what they're up to. So he might know something about the hat as well, right? Because he's stepping right on a hat. But he's just ignoring that question, so who knows? He seems to be in a bad mood. So we're getting a quest for that as well. You can see there's quest tracks set up in the upper right corner, just to give people a reminder of kinds of things that they need to do in case they're lost. So we'll talk to him again. You can see that he has no face because we don't know what he looks like. So yes, we did. So another way that I'm kind of subtly guiding the player towards what feels like a happy ending is that two of these things, if you pick these two first options, then you cannot get the bad ending to this quest. But if you pick this third one, you can see it's a little more negative. So if you're trying to, some people, I actually noticed, they want to get the bad ending and they want to, ruin the people's lives in the games. So you want to give them that option. That's player choice. It's giving them that option. So let's pick a nice option. And he's not satisfied with just talk. He wants something more than that. So we can kind of go talk to her about that as well. And in the meantime, we can try to sell some more funds. This character as well. So a lot of the time, you're kind of just walking past these characters and you can talk to them and they'll have something for you that benefits you. So you definitely want players to kind of stumble into what they need to do, or at least you want them to find what they need to do, whether it's by stumbling or by looking. What did you say? So that's basically what we said. So he likes flowers. And find a flower. So this kind of relates back to the beginning where the uncle was calling out to this flower. So that's a good way to call out which door you're supposed to go through by saying, it's near this landmark. but it's also drawing attention to the flower itself. So we can just take that, and if you don't remember the flower, which a lot of people won't, of course, you can actually talk to some of these characters, definitely this guy, and they'll give you some hints about where you can find flower. So you want to give a variety of options for discover and find out. So I'll talk to this guy again. So he has some cool flourishes here that kind of show off his personality, his animation here. So I'll ask him if he wants to come. And he says yeah, and it actually seems to put him in a little bit of a better mood. So I'll say, wow, that was unexpected. And then he says he wants to see us again, so I guess we'll come back with him later as well. And let's talk to Aya since we got this flower. So yes, we do. And once again, I'm giving people the choice of, I'm not forcing them to, they're not ready to do this sequence yet. And they can say not yet. But let's go to him. So in this cutscene, you can see I'm using camera angles to, as well as the, profile pictures to show who's talking. And so the conflict is resolved. You can see you also get those alerts whenever you complete a quest with that nice sound effect there. So go back here. You can talk to this shopkeeper. We haven't talked to her yet. So she said she actually had hats. So the mystery is kind of developing even more here. Our uncle's looking for a hat. We've seen multiple hats around. She's looking for a hat. So there's something more going on here. And then as well, after you complete that Aya quest, right? Because Aya went back with her boyfriend, so she's not here anymore. So it makes the world feel a little dynamic, like you're actually changing it and doing something. But yeah, I'll try to sell another gun maybe. So this guy. Alright. So he has that line, you can always count on it. Just showing that, from a design standpoint, this character is basically just there to give hints to the players, but from the player standpoint, it might, feels like a real character. It doesn't just feel like a tip UI or something. So, we have 4 out of 5 buns sold. We didn't sell to her yet. So, she wants to buy a bun, and then she says she wants to talk to us again, so let's go back to her. Alright, I'll talk to him since we've got all the buns. So, as you can see, his character, he's in debt, he needs money, as well as a little bit of like a setup, salesman kind of a scoop on that. Fed up McDonald's worker, that kind of thing. So it almost seemed there like he wouldn't give it to us for a second, but he said yeah. So now we have a hat in our possession. So we could, it might be hers, but really we care about our uncle more. So I'm going to try to return it to the uncle. Alright, I'll talk to him. And But as you can see, it looks a little bit silly on him. It doesn't really even fit his head right. So that turns out that wasn't his hat. So he wants us to come back and find the hat. So it must have been Maria. So once again, that's another way where you can kind of give the player choices while still having, you know, a quest and not, because this isn't a procedurally generated story or anything like that. Actually, I'll talk to the player again. Once you get out of the current area, you can enjoy the festival that isn't so crowded. So you can kind of look around and spend the time exploring, but you could also ask things. So I mean, it's definitely not hard to find exploring, but I just want to show this character a little more. So we can say, oh, that's what we're looking for, and then this character will point us right to where we could go to kind of find some stuff. But, you know, if you're looking from over here, either way, I mean, you're gonna notice the ladder at some point. So you can try it out. And so one thing about this is that there's a lot of movement in this little scene. The camera and everything, which I think makes it feel a lot more dynamic and live. So you can kind of see we're already kind of nearby where we need to go, but over here is where we need to go. And then there's also lighting and particles that are kind of calling this out as well. So walk across that. And over here there's more particles, and we're notified when we find the right place. Communicating to the player that they've done something correct. Of course, important. And coming back down, so we can let them know. Again, so we're still kind of looking for this area, but we've already found it. So we can let them know. So I'll try going back up. And so this is all done using the dialogue system actually, which is setting the animations and the camera angle, as well as the fade in and fade out. So you can see he's on the roof over there, kind of true to his character. He just seems like he's shrouded in darkness. So I come over here, and you can see he's kind of sitting around looking at the festival. And so, kind of trying to show that this is a character that we're meant to empathize with and relate to. Your character actually mimics his signature pose, I guess you could say. And he seems to be in a little bit of a better mood. So we can ask him what's up. So he says he's gonna have to leave town. So kind of developing more of his character and his psychological mind state of why he was so, you know, in such a bad mood. And once again, we can give a variety of different answers. So, you know, don't give up hope. you don't have to leave, or trying to see the good side, or just more negative. So trying to hint at that this place has a past, this place has a future, and these characters have past and futures, so that there's a bigger world out there that we're not experiencing in this town, but that could be experienced, kind of. So, and then, you know, he comes full circle and is apologizing to us a little bit. And so we have this cowboy hat now. And I think now's as good a time as any to show off the journal. So we have a quest journal here. If you press J, and you can see the sub-quests that are completed are cleaned out. And then of course we also have the completed quests. So that players can choose to monitor their quests and read more about them as well. So coming back down the ladder, I'll return the hat. So you can see the hat back there as well. So it's a way to make the world feel like it's constantly changing based on the player's actions. So that's another quest completed. And I will say, this game was partially inspired by my previous tabletop RPG that's also available on itch.io, which is called Dawn and Dusk. So thematically it's very similar, but that game was more combat oriented. This is much more during peace times, just kind of exploring the world. And it's not necessarily in the same world that that game